What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Jaden Deshaun back in Jaden Deshaun's hot seat. Your boy, the CEO, the creative, all that. And today we just talking real life, real time, and no filter. I feel like it's been a minute since I really just talked to y'all. Like it's been like a month and a half, going on 2. So we locking in today, and I'm gonna address like why that's been and just about the rebrand and all that good stuff. I ain't gonna lie, I know it's been a little delay with the episode drops in the agency launch. And I could have easily just dropped something quick just to stay consistent, but that's not how I want to move no more. Cause I feel like at that point that would just be rushed. Like it would just be rushed, sloppy work. I've been behind the scenes building this website myself, like from scratch. So it ain't like I feel like a lot of people have their shit built for them, but I wanted it to feel so authentic. It's like publishing it like like a celebration for myself. Like I did this, like every page, every detail, every section. And I'm big on presentation. Like if it don't look right, feel right, and represent me properly, I'm not putting that shit out respectfully. Cause for me, first impressions do matter to me at this point, especially with my brand. Like, hello, like I just turned my fucking label into an agency. That's some dope shit. Like, TFWW Creative. This not just content. This is my brand, my business, my name. So yeah, it took longer, but it was intentional. And I did have to learn, like, sometimes slowing down is actually part of leveling up. Like, real shit. So now that everything is coming together how I want it, it's up for real this time. Now, let me ask y'all this. Have y'all ever worked on something you realized you couldn't rush it even if you wanted to? Cause this shit was supposed to come out last Friday. Like I was supposed to be dropping this podcast episode. I didn't recorded this 3 times. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Cause at first I had like a little script, but I'm like, bro, like I gotta show the true authentic me. Like I gotta like actually pour out how I feel about everything and what I actually been going through and be real with myself to the people that's actually listening to me so I can be real with them. So yeah, I just haven't been rushing. I've been taking my time with the agency, the podcast, even dropping this new song that I've been working on. Songs. I might get into that for like another episode with somebody else, but I feel like I'm in a weird space right now. Not in a bad way, but like I've been transitioning. I feel like I've been transitioning for a while since I lost my mom. And that's not even on no sympathy shit. Like honestly, like real shit. Like it's not like when you lose a parent, especially in certain circumstances of however your relationship looked and just like how that looks after you lose that parent for your life and for your family. And then just for yourself mentally, like mental health is a real thing. And losing my mom took a big, super duper toll on me for the people that know me. Like that shit really, 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 really fucked me up so bad. Excuse my language for any family members or friends. I mean, I am not friends, but family members that just listen to this shit. But this is just my authentic self really pouring out my emotions. So respectfully, if you cannot withstand hearing me cuss and hearing me get super personal, this is the chance for you to like click out right now. All right, grandma, you out of here? Papa, you out of here? Who else? Like, certain people, you out of here? Cool, perfect. If you still in here, that's on you. Like I said, I feel like I'm in a weird space. Like, what do I actually want right now in life? Am I moving with purpose or just moving? Like, in 2025, like, after I lost my mom, I was high functioning. I was high functioning depression. That's what I was dealing with. And I was trying to act like I could just bounce back so easy, but realistically I couldn't. Like I couldn't. I just couldn't. I didn't have the oomph to just want to do anything. Like I tried. I tried, but I couldn't. Like I would, you know, be in front of people like my friends, my family, my siblings, the person I was dating at the time, trying to be smiley faces and doing regular activities. And then it's like when I'm by myself, I'm breaking down, like I'm hurting, like, I'm really hurting, like, I mean, I feel like some certain people see me like, I think I definitely did, like, break down a couple of times to my grandma, to my certain friends, and then my ex, but then it's just like it would be really bad when I was by myself for sure, because it's just like, man, my mama is really gone, like, from the physical world. So yeah, I tried to just think like, dang. Also just thinking like what's really been distracting me? What's one thing I know I need to lock in on, but I've been avoiding? I was thinking of all those things, like everything was weighing on me. Like everything was weighing on me for 2025. And I would say a little bit of 2026, but I ain't gonna hold y'all. When the first January first came, I was just too happy. I was too happy. I'm like, this is a brand new year. This is a fresh start. I know for some people it'd be like, I don't want to hear that corny ass new year, new me. That was me for shit show. But 2025 was so hell for me, y'all, from losing my mom and just losing so many things, and then just being in a relationship that probably wasn't the best thing to be in because of the things that I was dealing with at the time. It was just so horrible that I was just so happy when January 1st hit. I was in a much better already from day one. I was in a much better position than I was January 1st of 2025 versus January 1st, 2026. Hallelujah. Um, so, I feel like one thing I was avoiding was potential success. Um, it just seemed scary to me at all 2025 because I just felt like I wasn't ready. I wasn't confident. I wasn't mentally there. Cause I ain't gonna lie, sometimes we be knowing what we need to do. We just don't do it. And I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes you can't do it for your sometimes you have to do it for yourself. You actually have to do it for yourself. But sometimes some people might need to help you out, or if they can't, you're going to have to figure that shit out in one way or another. And many aspects. That's in many aspects. So yeah. Um, I do want to get into what dating in 2026 looks like for me. I feel like this is real what I'm going to be talking about, dating. What does dating even look like for me in 2026? And I ain't gonna lie, it's not even the same no more if I'm keeping it a beam and a buck with y'all. I'm not really entertaining people just to pass time. I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, I'm texting people because I'm single. Mind you, I've been in a relationship since I was 16. It wasn't the same relationship, but niggas, I ain't gonna hold you. I was in a little relationship. Never really had a chill break. Like I don't know if I want to just put y'all in my business like that, but let's just say I never had a break since I was 16. Dated this person for some years, dated that person for some years, and so forth. Like, I feel like I haven't had the chance to explore being single, being a young adult that I am. I'm 23. Yeah. Now it's like if you're in my space, you gotta mean something. You definitely gotta mean something to me. Like if we really just kicking it. So I don't want you to think I don't want people to think that, like I was just around them because like I'm just there for the fuck of it. I cared 1000%. Everybody that I was in a relationship with and just built some type of bond with, I cared. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like there was one relationship that was very unserious. I dated that person for like 3 months. My Grammy did not really care for that person for real, but um, it's another story for another day. Cause my Grammy, I don't know, my Grammy be knowing she be kind of like sliding shit out in advance, and other people be sliding shit out in advance. But um, I just be thinking to myself like, do I even have time to date right now? Like we just speaking as of 2026. And I be telling myself, no, hell no. Like, it's just too much shit. You gotta, like, 2026 is my redemption year. I got so much I have to prove to myself, not to other people, but to myself. I have so much because I know the potential that I have within myself. And when all that shit is put on the motherfucking floor, it's just like, nigga, I know you had it in you. It just took you to like leave the distractions alone. Like, that's all it took. And then I also think to myself, because I have to be, like I said, I have to move with intention this year. Because it's like, in order to be a boss, you have to move with intention. So, like, I also be thinking to myself this year, am I looking for peace or just intention? And when it came to this year, I feel like I was very transparent on, with people that I may have had certain encounters with, like, yo, like, this is not what I'm looking for in a relationship right now. Like, this is where I'm mentally at, like, personally, like, family, like, what a dating type of thing would even look like for me. I would say in certain ways, I would just look for intention, just for the fuck of it, because right now, I know there is not gonna be no guaranteed peace from certain people that I was dealing with that already didn't make sense from the get-go. Let me say that again, or do I even need to say it again? Y'all should rewind that 15 seconds back and keep listening to it until you get it. Um, and then I think about, because I what's something I tolerated that I shouldn't. I tolerated a lot of bullshit in 2025, 2024, just previous years that I should not have tolerated as much. But granted, I was young, but it's like when you get older, you have to move. Like, I understand certain people's mindsets just don't change as they get older. They still be stuck in that childish ass mindset. But it's like, if I have the same mindset I have as I'm 19 and I'm 30, 19-year-old in a 30-year-old body is not a nobody at that point. Is a bird brain at that point. Is a nobody, not making no money, not influential at that point. So it's a lot of stuff this year that I feel like I just didn't tolerate. I didn't go for. I didn't just say yes. And I also have to feel like, do I feel like I would be fully seen in a potential relationship this year? Or do I feel like I could see people in a relationship this year? So I gave myself all those questions, like, yo, like, you really have to think deep into that shit. Like, when you have to be intentional with dating, it's like, if you're just doing casual dating, that's that. But it's like, if you're thinking about long term, you got to ask yourself them type of questions, real shit. So, I just had to ask myself, like, would those things be adding to me or taken away from me? And realistically, respectfully, I don't care to have those things added into my life, because niggas is trying to become a fucking boss this year. Like, I'm trying to get on my P's and Q's. Like, it's okay for me to have my fun here and there, but like, I don't want to date. I mean, I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm open to dating, but you just got to be one of those ones to make me like lock the fuck back in. But I really don't want a commitment unless it's just worthy and it's just benefiting me, because it's just like, you gotta tell yourself, are you, and then Imma be so real with y'all. Imma be so real with y'all. And this might be, I don't mean to say this to make people, but I'm just being fully transparent. I'm just being so transparent and real. After my first well, that was my second relationship, but after my second relationship, I dated this person for 3 years. I don't know if I can't remember if it was 2 or 3. I feel like it was 3, but family met this person, siblings met this person, I met their family, you know, um, we're just doing a lot with each other. I'm opening up, they're opening up. Just a lot of vulnerabilities and, just deep connections with this person, and actually like learning in a way how to love this person, and how they how they move, and like what hurts their feelings, and they learn what hurts my feelings, and just seeing them go above and beyond. Like, this person went above and beyond for me in so many ways that I feel like, at the time I didn't know how to fully appreciate all the way, but like, you know, like we're cool. Like we're on cordial terms. We don't talk every day, but it's just like I think about that and like when we broke up, like we mutually broke up, but I was hurt, like in a way. Like and after that point, like I didn't just instantly get into a relationship, but I kinda did. And I did that to kinda fill a void. And then kinda after that, kept trying to fill voids after that point, like to keep being okay. And then it's like you're hurt over this person, and when that don't work out, and then you hurt over this person when that don't work out. And I just constantly kept filling voids. I didn't really sit the fuck down and like fill my own void. I don't know. You know, I feel like you gotta think it gets deeper than, you know, just a person. I feel like it could be some type of childhood trauma or whatnot. And that's another episode for another day. But there's certain things people gotta take into perspective too. I'm not even just speaking on behalf of myself, but I am. But you know, that should just be a thought for other people too. It's like when you get out of a relationship, do you think you really need to just be right back into another one? If you're going through a heartbreak, do you think it's smart for you to try to actively pursue somebody else in a serious way? Casual dating, cool, but trying to go back into a full-blown relationship, knowing you're currently dealing with hurt from somebody else, you can say all you want. Oh yeah, I'm over her, I'm over him. You're not. You're still hurting. You cannot do that. So I feel like in this point, 4 or 5 years later, I finally told myself, I was never healed over this person. I never was healed over this person. The first person I finally like, I didn't really lose feelings for that person until 2024. I just kept going. And then like when I locked into the most recent person that I previously dated, I'm like, okay, like, but still then, you know? And that's fucked up. So at the same time, like I said, I'm building something serious. Like this ain't no small vision. So like I said, JFWW Creative, this podcast, the people that's gonna be working within my agency, the music, all of it. Let me say, if money wasn't an issue, what would I invest in right now? What would you invest in? From a like business people that's like listening, marketing people. I feel like because I have an agency, I would invest into more staff and more people that has more knowledge than I do to help me. That's one thing. And then I also just be thinking, am I thinking like big enough or am I still playing small? And I feel like I be playing small if I'm just being real because I'm like, well, I mean, this is all I have. Like, and it's like work with this is for advice for people. It's like your budget could be $30. Do that 30 and go out with a motherfucking bang, man. Like social media and just technology, it is so easy like to just use that shit to your advantage. So, you know, you got TikTok, you got YouTube, you got fucking AI. Like the sky's the limit with this shit. You really don't need a budget, truth be told. It makes it better 1000%. With that being said, I just have to realize consistency is cool, but it's really the quality and strategy is what really separates you. Niggas can niggas can be consistent as they wanna be, can be talented as fuck as they wanna be, but when you don't have that strategy or the quality, you're not competing with me, you're not seeing me. Is you cool? Like, you know, like it's really levels to this shit. Like, so yeah, I mean, I feel like you gotta have confidence in the shit that you do on top of it. But quality and strategy is gonna be your best friend in whatever you aspire to be and do in life. Um, but I ain't gonna lie, like this shit can get lonely, especially when you don't really got people that understand what you building. Like this is not shit that I go deep into with my best friend about. Like, I talked to her about it like a little bit, and it's not something I talk to her about my grandma with. I talked to my pops about it a little bit, but even then, like, I be wanting to do this firmly by myself in a sense. I talked with it a lot about my Grammy, like a lot. Like I talked with her a lot about this. And I had a friend that I would talk a little bit about this too as well. But I also feel like that's a part of it when you building something like it's and it's just you, like it does make it hit a little bit hard. You gotta go through that version of yourself before everything starts clicking. So that's what I tell myself. Like when I be just sitting in my room, just planning this shit, or I'm at the coffee shop, I'm at the library, just thinking like, damn, this shit is lonely, but it's definitely gonna be worth it. Like even right now, y'all listening to me, you're like, it's a tons of people that's having the same emotions and just thinking they alone in this shit. I just want to let you know you're not. Honestly, you're not. Like you got this. Keep pushing. You like I said, you just gotta go through that version of yourself before everything start clicking and before you start hitting your goals and being to where you want to be at. But yeah, this is where I'm at right now. I'm growing every day. I'm learning every day. I'm elevating every day and really just stepping into who I'm supposed to be. And if you've been rocking with me through all the changes, the delays, the growth, and just seeing me since I was since I was kid go 10, since I was 13, like, and then just seeing me like transform into things bigger and better and like actually like getting out of a childish mindset and building it into like something more meaningful for multiple people. Um, I appreciate you for real. This is just the beginning for sure. Um, I want to say to everybody listening, thank you for tapping into Jaden Deshawn's hot seat. This is episode 4. The agency is finally live, man. All you gotta do is go look up on your desktop, your mobile device, your iPad, whatever device you have, look it up. If you have a service, man, that, if you're an artist, if you're a model, if you want to be an influencer, but you don't know where to start, I am your guy. And I have affordable packages. I have video calls, meets, Zooms that we can talk through things over and see how exactly we can help you elevate, even brands, man. TFWW Creative. Yeah, I'm excited for this year. 2026 has not been a complaining year. It hasn't been nothing I've been stressed about. It's been going better than I can imagine. I'm loving it. I'm so in love with myself. I'm in love with family. I appreciate my friends. I'm just so appreciative of life right now. I'm in love with the mind of state that I'm in right now. I'm just so at peace. Yeah. But again, y'all, thank you for tapping in to Jaden Deshawn's hot seat. I will see y'all next week with the next episode for episode 5. Sorry. We have Caleb and we talk about some dope stuff, man. He's a dope dude. And yeah, y'all go make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, Jaden Deshawn, TikTok, Jaden Deshawn, YouTube, Jaden Deshawn, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace.